here, Lindsey. Can you tell us about Team Jack and how it feels to be a part of that?
Yeah, Team Jack is really cool. Rex Burkhead, one of our football players at Nebraska, he kind of started it and kind of brought it up to the surface for people to see. But really, one day I was at a softball game and we were signing autographs as a team, and Jack's dad approached me and was like, "Hey, we're thinking about having you kind of on board and making a Lynx shirt so people can support Team Jack and but also support you at the same time." And as soon as he approached me, I was like, absolutely, because he's been such a huge thing around Nebraska, and just his son's fight against pediatric brain cancer has just been such like a touching story that I was like, anything I can do to help you guys, I would love to be a part of. So I just feel very fortunate that they asked me to do that, because I've been so intrigued by his story and just all this fighting that he's been doing. The kid's tough, so I was like, absolutely, I'll be a part of that.
Well, and that's kind of the cool part as well, is when you're a professional athlete, you obviously have, you get to play in front of so many people and you get to live your dream, but you also get to facilitate things like Team Jack and kind of get them out in the open a little bit.
Yeah, and it's been really cool to do that, because, it's obviously been a big deal in Nebraska for a little bit, but it's been even better to like kind of bring it outside of the state, and just get people aware of what's going on, and so it's just been really cool to be a part of.
This one here, Lindsey, comes through from guest. How has the transition from college to the pros been?
It's been pretty good, actually. The Lynx system is really fitting to what I like to do and kind of what I did in college, so that's been a pretty easy transition, understanding all of that. I think the biggest thing would just be the quickness of the difference between the quickness of college to professionals. People get to you a lot quicker than they do in college, and obviously they're explosive, so I think that's like the biggest transition for me.
I like this one here because it deals with Twitter, and I love the Twitter question. It says, why do you have the Twitter handle Seymour with 2 0? Obviously the number, but...
Yeah, so the O's are my zeros, but actually I just took the ending of my name.
Oh, yeah.
And then just put it as S-E-Y, and then put my zeros in my last name. So technically I just kind of cut off the L-I-N-D of my name and then kept it that.
That makes sense. Okay, all right, that's good to know. Good to know, Twitter world. We got to have that. Lindsey, this one comes from Hoot Mom of 3. What new food or restaurant have you tried in Minnesota, assuming you have so far?
Yes.
And what are you missing most from your hometown or from Nebraska, Lincoln?
I've tried, I think it's Rock Bottom Brewery. Okay. I think it's downtown here.
Yep.
And then and then I tried, I believe it's like Annie's Parlor.
Oh, yeah.
The Dinky Town,
yeah.
I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both of them are absolutely delicious. Like, so far I haven't found a place that I don't like, so I'm really excited about that. I'd say the one thing that I'm really missing from back home would be teriyaki. I love teriyaki, and there's nothing better than some Seattle teriyaki.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully we can find some sort of teriyaki to fill that void,
yeah.
But I'll tell you got the fries and the shakes over at Annie's Parlor. You're doing something right when you found those.
Delicious.
This one asks you, have you received any advice from veteran point guards on how to transition from college to the pros? Kind of ties in with what you talked about before, but have you gotten any specific advice?
I would say the biggest thing that they've all told me is that, obviously when it comes to like getting open and kind of when to throw a pass and when not to, if it's anywhere near like congested, maybe in the paint, like, it's okay to just throw it to someone else to like have them throw it in or whatever it is. So just like little things about like passing and timing of passes. Okay.
Amy asks you, who is your favorite matchup to play one-on-one within the Lynx team? And if you haven't, who would you like to go one-on-one against?
Well, I've actually done a couple rebounding one-on-one things against Brunson, and I will tell you that is my least favorite matchup. She's a brute, but it's been, I think all of them have a different skill set. Obviously all of them are really good scorers on the team, but it's been interesting to see how people score in different ways. Honestly, Monty's super quick and explosive, and so I don't really like that matchup either. But honestly, I think it's good for me to play one-on-one against all of them, just because you're going to see different types of players around the league, so it's important that you play against every single one of them.
Absolutely. It's going to be just a completely dynamic group of players you're going to see every single night in the WNBA. A lot of fun to be able, challenging, but it's going to be a lot of fun to see.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be worth it.
couple more here, and then we're going to get you out of here. I liked this one. First of all, a guest says, Lindsay, you look like Lindsay, so that's kind of funny. And there was one right here that said, Lindsay, I saw a video of you dancing with Skylar Diggins and Taylor Hill. Where did you pick up your moves?
Oh, well, that's from my roots. That's from back home in Seattle.
Okay.
We can get down a little bit in Seattle, and so that's where that comes from. I think people think that I went to Nebraska, and you're thinking cornfields and hoedowns and all that stuff. But no, I got some moves. So
Good. Well, we're gonna have to see those at some point during the season as well.
Maybe later.
Lindsay, thanks so much. It's Lindsey Moore. We're gonna get you going through here the rest of the day, but enjoy media day.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. That's Lindsey Moore right here, and we'll be back shortly with another member of the Lynx. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Enjoy it.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was cool.